So, today we will discuss about time. One is the time by clock. It is 8 a.m. and after 12 hours it will be 8 p.m. This we all know. When we are deeply engaged in some work of our interest, we don't feel time. It was 8 a.m. Now it is 1 p.m. How 5 hours went, I don't know. Now it's the time for lunch. Else, entire day and night, there is a pressure of time. Morning, I have to get up at 6 a.m. else 7 a.m. bus of my child school will be missed. 8 a.m. I have to be out of the home, else I will not be able to reach office on time. Like this, from the moment you get up and sleep, there is a constant pressure of time on hourly basis. It is very stressful. There was a time when I had no work. It was very difficult to pass time. But now, especially after the mobile, internet, tablet, PC, we are short of time always. Thanks to email, Facebook, WhatsApps, etc., I can keep myself engaged round the clock. Even I don't have time for my household works. Mobile bill, electricity bill, data card bill, water bill, bank works, house tax, service tax, there are so many liabilities. Much worse is daily going to office, and even on holidays there are urgent official emails and sometimes boss also calls. How the time is running, God knows. There is constant stress. We are trying to do so many things in limited time period. Life has become ultra fast. Time is just flying. Moreover, due to nuclear family system, numbers of personal work have increased tremendously. In olden days, there used to be joint family system and grandparents finished lot of household works. There was hardly any burden on working members of the family. Now you have to manage the entire show, including personal, official, and social obligations. We are always short of time. Now we will slightly go into the time. My boss called me and said, it is 5 p.m. and by 6 p.m. you prepare a report regarding pending complaints of all India from past 1 week. Time allotted is 1 hour, but a normal person takes 4 hours to finish this report. Now, this time creates stress. It is known as emotional time. This emotional time creates havoc in humans. If next day I have to go to airport to catch the flight at 6 a.m. entire night, this emotional time would not allow me to sleep properly. Similarly, if I have 30 minutes to reach my office, I will drive fast, and on each vehicle coming in my way, I will shout. Clock time is essential for the world to function. If we say that next meeting will be at 10 a.m., then exactly at 10 a.m., we all gather at the meeting place. Because by clock 10 a.m. means of every individual watch 10 a.m. To run the world, clock time is essential. else we cannot run buses, trains, flights as per timetable. It is the man who invented the clock. Earlier the sun used to rise and set. Everything was timeless. There were trees, birds, rivers and mountains. Everything was beautiful. Then man applied his brain and invented time. After the invention of time, man wanted to utilize time. This is how the cage of time came in. Now everybody wants to do lot of activities in certain time period. If it is done, then he wants to do more activities in the same time to enhance performance. In order to do so, computers were invented. Now mobiles have become a tool to finish these jobs. The maker of the time, that is man, is now busy inventing new techniques to increase productivity. In this race of time, man has forgotten one thing, that he is also a living being. He also has feelings and emotions. Now the human brain has also adopted itself with the evolution, with perception or memory being stored with reference to time. For example, if I hear an old song, immediately the mind reacts with that time when this particular song was released and events related to that period of time. It means with the passage of time, our brain memory also kept updating. Our memory is stored and maintained with reference to time. Except humans, rest everything is still working without clock time. Clock time now play a major part in humans. Everything is managed and controlled by this clock time. Let it be a meeting, travel, school, offices, television shows, everything you can think about is now being placed under the net of time. Tree, dog, birds are unaware of clock time. Anything which has plus has some minus also. Plus is that this clock time helps in managing the world, but negative is it produces stress, tension, anxiety, nervousness. At times we feel depressed. We just want to run away at a place where there is no time. Why? Because we want relaxation from the mundane affairs of life. To get out of this time, we indulge in drinking, sex, spirituality, holidaying, but all these is a temporary relief. Is it possible to live without clock time in this world? First, we as a human put the life into the framework of time, and then we look for the options to get out of it. If we see the achievements of humanity till date, after making so many high-tech products, we will find that still we need air to breathe, water to drink, vegetables and fruits for eating. It means no matter what we do, dependence of human on nature, whose source is eternity, will remain. And eternity is timeless, it is everlasting. It is the reason that we crave for peace, which is timeless. The eternal can come in or flow through you only when the clock time and emotional time vanishes. It does not mean that you just throw away all the watches, mobiles, computer, etc. If you do so, even then the clock chime will be there in the world for others except you. World will not stop for you. Remember, clock time is must for managing the world. This clock time is not the problem. Actually, emotional time is the problem. Emotional time is created when an individual gets imprisoned in the clock time. To get out of the emotional time is to understand clock time, and clock time is understood when the mind is free. And the mind is free when there is no time. No time means, as we discussed earlier, memory is stored on basis of time. all the events occurred till last minute were stored in the brain cells of memory, and when new perception occurs, it updates the particular memory slots. This is the reason when we see something or hear something, the old information about the subject reacts from the memory. In other words, we see the new from the glasses of the past. It solely depends upon how the first perception would have occurred, interpreted and stored in the memory. It is very complex to understand this. That's why everybody will react, interpret differently by seeing the same thing. This is one, but the seeing of it makes the difference. For one, lying is a sin, and for the other, it may be a small thing. To free the mind also means living without the burden of past. Past, present, future is the subject of time. Any event before present is past and of after is future. And it is for those who are living in present, and according to me, no one can live in present. Either you can live without the time or with the time. You can also live with clock time without emotional time, but for this you need tremendous understanding of emotional time.